What up, y'all? It's your boy Can Too. If I can, you can too. This is Riding High Sports coming live from Riding High Podcast Studios. You know, I'm with my co-host Lucky Lamar in the building. What's going on?
What up? How's it going?
What up, baby? What up?
Chilling,
How you been?
I can't complain.
Shit.
Getting settled into the new house. My dog took down a light pole today.
How the fuck you take down a light pole?
So I was
Oh, fuck.
I was walking him. They split the pole. It was like on like this little metal rod, like, and his leash hit it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Other than that, though, we're chilling. How was your weekend?
Man, it was good. You know, shout out to DJ Lil King here in the background. I actually
we're gonna turn the green screen off, y'all, since we having some difficulties. We're gonna turn this green screen off. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry y'all, man. We thought we were gonna have it back up and running, but
we thought,
but
Hey,
yeah. Now
like
you can
that
really tell we in the green screen. We really got a green screen right now. But no, I saw that new Deadpool.
I saw it too.
I saw it. It was pretty good. It was kind of crazy. Seeing like all kinds of, my bad, I gotta get this right. We're gonna talk about that in a second. We had all kinds of controversial things going with it, which you've seen all over TikTok, and then I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I laughed my ass off. You know, what'd you think of it?
I loved the movie. I thought it was hilarious, but like, I didn't read comics growing up, right? So
Same.
like, the only thing I really know about Deadpool and Wolverine is like, isn't Deadpool the one that killed Wolverine in like a storyline or something?
I mean, I don't know. I don't read comics
So
either.
like, that's how I went into it. So like, when I see like they're actually teaming up and helping each other, I'm like, whoa. Yeah. But the overall though, I'd say 8 out of 10.
It was good. It was. I laughed my ass off. Man, what up, Droop? Droop in the comments. If y'all ain't noticed,
so it's a comic movie or was it a comedy?
It's a Marvel movie.
Well, he said he laughed his ass off. So
that's the only problem that I have with like this
is the third one.
It's a straight up comedy.
Yeah,
bro. Like
action comedy. It's an action comedy.
Two immortal creatures fighting with a bunch of stabbing and shooting of each other, and neither one of them are gonna die throughout the whole movie.
Deadpool, I believe, Deadpool.
And personally, I didn't understand the storyline, but it was a good movie though. It was a good watch.
For like Deadpool, out of all the Marvels, where you have like, you know, all the Marvel characters, Spider-Man, Iron Man, you know, all of them. You know, when they make those movies, they usually kind of PG-13.
Yeah.
You know, Deadpool is rated R.
Already.
It's right off the hip, right off the gun. I talk shit the whole fucking time. Ryan Reynolds is like the biggest shit talker there is. He makes fun of your race. He makes fun of your mama. He makes fun of your girl. He makes fun of himself. Like it's a raunchy comedy.
Already.
And especially for like superhero movies, it's real raunchy. And the Disney sphere and all that, because they're all part of that. Disney owns Marvel and everything else. So it gets kind of crazy when they're allowed to do that. So I always think it's good to watch. It's the third movie. They've already made 2 of them. The third one just came out. It was been anticipated for a while. Came out pretty good, and I enjoyed it over the weekend. A lot of people are hating on it because they do make fun of, or they do some like, you know, Jesus and religion reference and like
Marvel Jesus.
Yes, Marvel Jesus. Shout out to Lori watching.
Personally, like I thought that was a little much. And then they also had the scene where Wolverine's like, I don't know if anybody's planning on watching it or whatever, but like the one scene when Wolverine's like on the cross, like that was a little much for me personally. Like,
it's they're making fun of everything, and in light of it, but that's how the Deadpool comics are. You know, and so they're just only staying in character, and I mean, at least they're staying true to it. Because compared to everything else, you know, it's usually PG-13 rated. Yeah. So for any time you get to see something like that's kind of cool. But, you know, it's been crazy. You know, we got a whole bunch of sports coming on. The Olympics are up and jumping. The Olympics are running away. We're going to hop right into this. We got a lot of cool topics. We're going to stride right into it. And it's been kind of controversial. Team USA basketball, right? They won their first game. Yeah. They played their first game against Serbia. They won. They dominated.
Just dominated South Sudan today.
Yeah, they just dominated South Sudan. The biggest line that came from game 1 was NBA Finals champion, the world champion, Jayson Tatum, did not play in game 1. A lot of people gave Steve Kerr a whole lot of crud, a whole lot of what is he doing? Are you the right coach for this team? How can you not put this guy in? And technically understandable, especially the way he played, how he was. He's a great player, one of the best players in the NBA. Did not see the floor at all. In that game one, man, what did you did you feel like he should have played? Did you feel like it's just a coaching decision?
I mean,
what were you thinking?
Like 1 or 2 minutes, yeah, but like at the end of the day, like I think the media is just blowing it out of proportion. Like they have so many games to play, like especially in group play, like and not everybody's gonna get to play. Like I mean, we're gonna make the same fuss that Joel Embiid didn't play this game? Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day, bro, like go get the medal.
Yeah.
Go get the medal.
And that's what I was going to bring up. So, like, today in Game 2, Jayson Tatum actually started. Yeah. He ended the game with only 4 points. So, everybody that was hyping him up, he should be in there. He's a scorer. He's going to provide. He only gave 4. Off the bench, KD and Anthony Edwards, 14, 13 points. They did great. White was great off the bench.
Don't get it twisted.
Embiid didn't play. I mean, you said Embiid didn't play, and he started Game 1.
Yeah, but
and it's we were talking about this earlier on the way up here. I think when you're coaching that many superstars and you're in the Olympics, you've only had a couple exhibition games. You had 3, and now you're only 2 games into the Olympics. You still don't know how this roster is going to turn out. You really don't know how everything fits or even gels together. You're still trying to figure out what's the best formula to put on the court. And Steve Kerr and their coaching staff is doing that. But you also got to remember, these past 2 games have been blowouts. So there was no point in putting Tatum in there if we're up by 30. In any other sport, when you're up by 30, you take your starters out and let the bench play or let other people get some reps in. You don't need to worry about somebody that you know is a scorer.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, as far as, like, him guaranteed to play, like nobody's guaranteed to play, but like the point that you just said there, like as far as like the game is over, you can give him some run at the end of it. But like I understand both sides of the argument, but at the end of it, like go get the medal, bro. Like Steve Kerr knows what he's doing. Sometimes people see Steve Kerr as a little unorthodox, mainly because of his offense, is how it's so predicated on a 3-point shot. But like it's also about like rotation and mix and feel. Like, what are you gonna play him as, the 3? Well, you're gonna take LeBron off. You're gonna take who else is at the 3 right now on the team? Because he's not gonna play the 4. He's not gonna play. No, the 5.
He's not.
He can't play. He's not gonna play the 2. Definitely not gonna play the point. So,
and I mean they got to find a spot for him, and maybe that's what it is. He just doesn't see a spot available where it's going to be a fluid situation up and down the court, which you want to see.
And I love Jayson Tatum. I'm a big
Jayson
fan.
Like, he's a great player.
He is a walking bucket. But at the same time, like it's more about ball movement with this team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It really is. You got to move it around. They got it. And you know what? What I've been noticing, whoever has a hot hand, they're letting the hot hand go. KD in Game 1, out of nowhere just came and just. Dude could not miss.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Really great start. Kind of makes you wonder, and I guess I'm going to ask this question. But before we go into that, I want to let y'all know right now, hey, guys, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we got this crazy water bottle, Corpus Christi hooks, custom made. It's got the pink CC hooks. Look at it right there. Check it out. We're giving it away today live on the show. All you got to do in the comments, put hashtag Riding High Sports.
Yes.
Do hashtag Riding High Sports.
And share the video.
And share the video. At the end of the show, we're going to go through everybody, see who's done it, who shared it, and we're going to pick a random winner. So somebody's going to walk away today with this really cool Corpus Christi hooks water bottle. It's pretty nice. We were just looking at it before, so shout out to the Corpus Christi hooks. Great deal. So make sure you put that in the comments. Hashtag Riding High Sports. Share the video, and you got a chance to win this water bottle today. So going into the whole Jaylen Brown thing.
Jayson Tatum?
I mean, no. I'm going to ask about Jaylen Brown. Do you think Jaylen Brown should have been on the Olympic team? And do you think it was other people outside, or do you think it was Nike that had a big deal not wanting him on the team? Because I don't know if you've known Jaylen Brown, he wears Nike shoes but cuts off the Nike logo and replaces it with pictures. Whether it's Black Lives Matter or it's a child foundation, but he takes the shoes right here on Kobe's and he cuts them off, and he cuts off the Nike logo purposely and repaints it. And Nike's never been a fan of it. And I don't know if you know, on the Nike's the one that sponsors the basketball Olympic team.
Bro, at the end of the day, as far as Jaylen Brown goes, Jaylen Brown, he's got that same aura that Kyrie has. Like, they don't want to put him on that team because, he said, I'm going to bring Black Wall Street to Boston.
Yeah.
Like, he I think, I don't know who I think he's signed with Jordan now or somebody, but he doesn't wear Nike anymore. Or he's still with Nike?
No, yeah, he's a free agent. He's a free agent. He just cuts off. He doesn't, and he just wears Nike shoes, but takes off the Nike logos.
He speaks out on social issues, and take it a step further, he does the exact opposite of what a certain someone running for president is doing, which is pander to the ignorance of the black community, in my opinion. Like, he's a very intelligent, well-spoken African-American dude, and you're not just going to, go to Paris and make us look good. He's going to use that soapbox and that platform to speak up for what he feels is a social issue. That's why they don't want him on the Olympic team.
Like, for instance, like, if you see, like, on this one I'm showing you, where the Nike shoes and he'll cut off where the Nike logo should be and put something else.
Absolutely. I saw the video.
And it's crazy because on the Olympic team, besides, I believe, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, and who?
Steph is Under Armour.
Yeah, Steph's Under Armour.
Adidas.
Ants Adidas, and I think there's one other player. I think there's
Joel
only
Embiid is Under Armour.
Yeah, Joel Embiid and
Jayson Tatum's is Jordan.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's only 3 players that are not with Nike because Jordan and Nike are going to come onto the same boat.
Let me look at the roster.
If I'm not mistaken, there's only 3 of them, and it is Steph Curry, which you got to have on the team.
Yeah. Just real quick, I agree with you, Kevin. I think it was a coach's decision. Like, he just messaged me saying that he's convinced that it was a coach's decision. I agree with that fact.
Yeah, it could be. I'm just saying, no, that's just something that was thrown out there, I wanted to see your opinion on it. I mean, it plays out for a great conspiracy theory. It plays out for a great story. But at the end of the day, that's who we have on the roster. That's who we have on the team. And I feel that, I think he would have helped out the USA team a lot. I think he would have been a great asset to have on there, but he's not on there.
Oh, you're talking about Jaylen?
Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown would have been a great asset on the Olympic team.
And again, where do you put him? Like,
that's the problem. Yeah, and
he's not banana boat material.
A spot for him. You have to find a spot.
He's not banana boat material.
True. But we're going to go into that. We're going to switch on. Staying on the Olympics.
I think Tone
No, go ahead.
I think Tone actually brought up our next topic.
What'd he say?
Tone says they need to cancel all the men from competing in women's sports.
Yes, man.
Shout
Out Tone. Shout out to Tone for saying on that. We were just about to get into that. Man, I think he's got a copy of our headline in he's got a copy down of our rundown on the show. Yeah. So if y'all haven't heard, there is an Algerian boxer in the women's division that is transgender, was born genetically a male, came out, on birth certificate he was a male, transitioned into becoming a female, and is a boxer. And they had a fight, and I don't know who he fought, but he fought a female boxer from Mexico. And to put it bluntly, and I mean, to what Lucky said earlier, he did not only beat the brakes off her, he also beat the hubcaps, everything. Like, it was not a fair fight. You can so see that this was somebody way more skilled versus someone that wasn't. And it had nothing to do with the Mexican boxer being not prepared. It was just the straight physicality of the guy from Algeria, the woman from Algeria.
Respect its pronouns.
He, she, it, whatever it is, whatever he wants to call him, or what I keep saying he because we know him as a he, and then it became a she. So dude, that wasn't fair. I don't even know how to fucking. I can't even say it's so bad. Like I feel so bad if I was that girl's dad in the stands watching this. I think DJ King said I would have gone in there and I would have beat the brakes off that guy. Like because that's not fair. That's a man fighting a woman. I don't care how you see it. I don't think that was right. I don't think the NCAA was right for transgender for the swimmer. This, I think, is kind of ruining the Olympics. It's downgrading, watering the whole sport. Because how are you going to have somebody that was born genetically a man that has the physical attributes and the physicality of a man to fight a woman that you can see live was no match because of that. It was a man versus a woman. I got her brakes, hubcaps, lights. She lost it all. She was on 4 flats.
Bro, the crazy part was from the highlights, I saw her hit that girl 3 times. She had 3 cartoon-sized lumps on her forehead, bro. Like, that's insane. Like I was saying earlier, it's never, you have some women trying to play, tackle football with the boys. Mm-hmm. Or, baseball. But, it's not too often that a woman goes, you know what? I'm going to play in the NBA. They created the WNBA for a reason. And I get it. You can be what you want, but at the end of it, competition levels, bro, it's different, bro. I don't see a Holly Holmes going into an octagon with Conor McGregor and being successful with it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. Bro, you can't do combat sports like that.
You can't. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. And we would put it on there, but Olympics and YouTube and whatnot. But if you go look it up, it's not a fair fight. It's disgraceful. I think it diminishes, waters down boxing in the women's sport, letting that happen. There's no place for that.
Because we all know at the end of the day, the only reason why he said, I'm a woman now, and all respect to everybody who feels how they feel inside. But I'm speaking specifically for this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
He saw an opportunity and said, the Olympics are coming up. I'm getting older. I won't be able to compete at the Olympic level much longer as a biological male. So let me make the transition and try and get a gold medal so that way I can tell, well, I don't know if he has kids, but he can tell his play cousins, hey, I'm an Olympic gold medalist down the line one day. But, is it a legitimate gold medal? Because imagine if Barry Bonds was in the freaking softball league.
Oh yeah, and
that's crazy.
Like the joke we was talking earlier. What if KD wanted to pull a Joanna Man? What if LeBron wanted to pull a Joanna Man? Could you imagine LeBron playing in the WNBA or even in the women's Olympics teams? Could you imagine that?
I'll give you one better. Imagine Victor Wembanyama in the WNBA.
Oh my God.
He's already destroying the NBA.
And and he's French, so he's got a good chance of if he wanted to say he was
Joanna
he could do it. But it wouldn't be fair.
I agree with that, Drew. They do need to have a trans division.
Yeah, let them have a trans division.
Have a trans division.
Yeah, let them do that. That's a great thing. That's a great idea. Make sure y'all, make sure y'all put hashtag Riding High Sports if you want a chance to win this Corpus Christi Hooks water bottle, custom made. Shout out to the Hooks with the pink letters, with the CCs. Go ahead. Remember,
yes,
Riding High Sports. Hashtag it. Share the video. Share everything, and you got a shot. We're gonna let somebody win at the end of the show today. But yeah, going back into it, I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like it, and it just wasn't. It wasn't in. That shit got to go.
Yeah, because my niece, I think she still does it, but she was heavy into gymnastics, and she had Olympic gold. So my thing is if she spent her whole elementary, middle school, high school for the 2028 Olympics, 2032, whatever, and then to come into second place by somebody who says 4 years ago,
I became a woman.
Yeah,
I became a man.
That'll be a little much. How do you explain that to said individual?
I don't know.
That's difficult.
You
have a daughter. Imagine if she's a track star, right? And somebody like she's made it to the Olympics and somebody from Angola freaking cost her a gold medal, or honestly, tell you
or
what,
even a place, or whatever.
Tell you what,
or compete.
The person takes the third place medal, leaving daughter off podium.
Yeah, that'd be hard because I know that'd be hard, and it'd be a hard conversation to have with her, saying that, especially it's like, why is it fair knowing that he was biologically. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied like a motherfucker. But was born a male, has the physicality and the attributes, the speed, and the dominance of a male, and be allowed to compete in an all-woman sport just because in the mirror they don't see Jesus, they see Jessica, right? I get that. I respect that. I understand that. But in the sport of competition, just because you think something, like, it doesn't mean you always belong in that thing. I think I'm really good at basketball. It doesn't mean I can compete in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, just because you think I'm a woman, now I can go compete. Like, you've been practicing against men. You've been competing in that style. You need to have, like Droop said, a trans division where it doesn't matter if it's men's or women's. It's all going to be competed. They all can compete together because it don't matter what they are. But you can't specifically diversify
he does still
in
look
men's
like
or
Jesus.
Huh?
Droop said, nah, that dude still looks like a Jesus. Don't water it down.
Hey, don't water it down.
Bro, I didn't want to be the one to say it. Like, dude had he had the goddamn,
that boy funny.
The hot top Zac Efron going on, bro. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, bro, he didn't even commit. He didn't even transition all the way.
He still look like a dude.
He got a spinning loading sign on his chest.
He still look like a dude.
It don't make no sense, bro.
Like if he came, like if you were to tell me somebody was in this line and you would have named a girl's name, whatever his name, it looked like a dude. He still looks like
Max
he don't look like he
transitioned.
Cody. You know,
remember Max from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Yeah. That's what the dude looked like, bro. That's who that was. That nigga out there fighting Max.
God damn. Well, we're gonna go to the next topic. We're gonna keep in with the Olympics. You know, it's on everybody's TV. It's what's going on. Everything's happening. Shout out to the men's gymnastics team real quick. The whole team did what they needed to do. They finally medaled. They got a bronze medal. They have not medaled in the Olympics since 2008.
The all team?
All team. They finally medaled. The whole thing came down. It came down to the last guy. What was it? The specialist? That's what they're calling him. Y'all might have seen him all over TikTok, all over social media. They're calling him the Harry Potter of the gymnastics team because he has those glasses. He sat down in that chair. He was there for 2 hours, did not move. He only competes in one competition. He doesn't compete in anything else like everybody else.
Pummel horse.
Yes, and that's it. And they called him the specialist. And he went out, he performed, and damn right, he was a specialist. Only person I saw with high scores in the 14s. Everybody trying to get a 14 in gymnastics. This dude had like a 14.6, 14-something, and he killed it, and it's what helped get the men's team to a bronze. So shout out to them for finally getting the medal, putting America on the map. That's what's up. Going to the female gymnastic, they also did their thing. Great. Simone got another gold medal.
H-Town, Texas.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, on the men's team, shout out to one of them is from Tomball, Texas.
Oh, really?
He's from Tomball. I'm
Don't look over here.
The shortest one. He's the shortest little one. I'm gonna get his name here in a minute, but he from Tomball, Texas. Shout out to him doing his thing. But yeah, another Texas representative on the ladies' side, Simone, now is the most decorated all-time gymnastic Olympian ever. She has more gold medals and more every medal than like anybody else.
I think she's the most decorated
Olympian,
U.S. Olympian in general, not just gymnastics.
Yes.
I think you said gymnastics. I think in general she has the most medals out of anybody.
I know in gymnastics for sure. I'm not sure in general.
I think I saw where it said.
But I mean, if it is, that's what's up. But I know for sure in gymnastics, she's the all-time most decorated person ever. And I thought that was a big shout out, big up to her. That's what it is. That's what's going down.
Let's see.
Y'all make sure you comment #RoddenHouse
Yeah, if y'all want to win that water
Share
bottle,
the
make sure y'all
video.
put
We
it on
giving away
there.
that water bottle.
I
That
used to
Hooks
say
water
no
bottle.
to. Wait, what's up, Trey? What Trey say?
I used to say no to compete, but if they want to see the point the hard way, let them.
Let them
be.
Let them. Just shout out to those gymnastics teams. They did their thing. They keep doing it. She was decorated. Moving on, we're gonna talk a little bit about. There's been some crazy stories and some things coming out. I don't know, y'all. When all these teams and all these Olympians from all over the world, they compete here in Paris or Tahiti if they're on the surfing, they all have to stay somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And usually where they stay is the Olympic Village. And the Olympic Village is the resort or whatever you want to call it, and the place where all the players get to, all the Olympians and athletes sleep, all the Olympians eat, they hang out, they mingle, it's those living quarters, it's all there. And there's been some crazy stories coming out of the Olympic Village. A lot of things. Me and Lucky were talking about this on the way. He had no idea. But here's a fun fact that y'all did not know. Every Olympian athlete that goes to the Olympic Village that stays there gets a welcome bag. And in that welcome bag, there's some like swag, hats, shirts, things that you need to go to the dining hall. But most important, they want to make sure you're safe. They want to make sure you're protected. So they give out condoms. And I don't know if y'all know this, but they give out 12 condoms per athlete at the Olympic Village, which totals out to there's over 300,000 condoms in the Olympic Village, which y'all might think that's crazy, but the reason why they all get 12 is because 4 years ago, when you had the Olympics in Tokyo, they all got 9 condoms, and they needed 3 more. There was requests for more condoms at 9, so they upped it from 9 condoms an athlete to 12 condoms an athlete, because apparently in the Olympic Village, it's like Vegas. What goes down stays down, and no one talks about it. A lot of people have been getting asked, how is it there? A lot of guys have said, it's kind of like a boys' trip to Vegas. You either know we had fun or didn't have fun. You're not going to know specifics. Or a girl's bachelorette party. You're not going to know the specifics. Apparently, shit be going down in the Olympic Village.
I saw it was probably 2 Olympics ago, whenever that Tinder shit, first came, all the Olympic people were, all over fucking Tinder and shit, trying to hook up with each other and shit. So that's kind of, normal. That's just been going on, shit. It's whole bunch of foreigners, they want to experience different shit, so they're just all fucking on each other.
And shout out to Roberto.
Mother says do it for the American girl.
Yeah. See, and this
and
is
an American girl wants the Italian fucking, you know what I'm saying?
But check this out. So this I had this crazy conspiracy in the car with Lucky, and it's what Roberto's saying right there, man. Shout out to you. He's saying they're sleeping on no sex beds, and it makes me wonder: is that why they have fucking cardboard shit in the fucking Olympic Village? Is because they were getting so many complaints of beds getting broken from fucking, and they were doing so much shit. They trying to prevent that. They already got to up the condoms.
No, the cardboard shit was because they're just trying to fucking save fucking
but
money.
I mean, they're also small personal beds, right? And we gonna get into why the Team USA, NBA, and WNBA, the men's and women's basketball players don't stay at the Olympic Village. But all these beds are personal beds. They're not, they're all twin beds. They're all twin size. They're real small. You can tell they're shitty. But it's just a conspiracy. Maybe that's why they be doing it, because they tired of all these people out here going around and breaking beds and headboards.
At the end of the day, we got to remember, outside of most of the people on the basketball team, maybe some people in archery, most of those people over there are between...
Oh, yeah, they're short.
Not short. I'm talking about they're between the ages of 18 to about 24.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
True.
And I'm pretty sure they getting tired of playing Xbox.
And they've been... Yeah, I know, don't get me wrong. I just thought it was cool that, that it's something it's a fun fact you would not have thought about damn, they provided.
You don't think about it unless somebody brings it.
Yeah, you know, type shit.
Fun fact
because I've been watching the Olympics since I was a kid, and I never even realized that shit until like
me neither.
They were talking about the Tinder. I'm not talking about the Tinder stuff like that. They were hooking up with each other, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
that kind of fucking makes sense.
Yeah, it's like summer camp. It's like you go to summer camp or you doing something else. You know, it happens, but.
What are you doing at summer camp?
I've never been to summer camp.
I ain't never like we didn't have summer camp like that, bro. Our summer camp was Vacation Bible School.
Shout out, Lady Love. Shout out, Vacation Bible School. It went down. Don't get it twisted.
Don't know what church you went
to. You a Catholic, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm a Catholic. Damn right. You know them Catholic girls.
What you and Pastor do? Boy, come in here. Let's get some extra.
What up, my dog Joey, representing that Crestmont in the building. Hey,
CMF. That's what's up. No, but going from there, they're transitioning from the Olympic Village. Talking about the beds. That's the main reason why the basketball players, men's and women's, they don't stay at the Olympic Village.
I don't think that's the
reason. No. They came out and said it. Most of the people in the NBA, not for sex, not out of that. It's because of the beds.
Because of LeBron James is not finna stay in this fucking college-sized fucking dorm.
It has nothing to do. They've been doing it before. They've been doing it before LeBron.
Even
what I'm saying is there's levels to this shit.
No. What you don't understand is the NBA and Team USA, they truly believe that those beds are shit. And most of their players are 6'7", 6'8". They're not gonna fit on a fucking they're a twin size bed. They rather have their athletes stay in a nice king size bed at a nice luxury hotel. They usually rent out a whole floor for the men, a whole floor for the women, so they can actually sleep comfortable.
But also
and rest. And it's also for like they have convention centers where they could do personal inside training. They don't have to go out. But Team USA's no. The basketball team is already. They came out publicly and said this is why we've done it. We want them to be away from them.
But I look at the Olympic Village like the Olympic Village is like for the amateurs. Like he said, 18, 24 years old. Those are the.
But nobody else does that.
Those are the ones that are still staying at home with their parents.
Only the USA's basketball team is the only people that do that
we know of.
No,
there's over probably 50, 60 different countries in the Olympics.
No, it's a fact. It's only basketball.
As far as for like the USA, like
they're the only ones.
I think it started in 92 with Jordan.
Yes,
but like they stay like
and Paris. That was the same time. My bad.
I'm trying to help you.
I know, my bad.
But I don't think it has does it have anything to do with like their sleep patterns? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you're not going to put a Michael Jordan, and just like King said, you're not going to put a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Magic Johnson in that same village with everybody else.
No.
You're going to put them, and like you said, in a more comfortable room so that way they can stretch out and sleep properly. But at the end of the day, it's so that, in my opinion, it's so that way people aren't knocking on Michael Jordan's door every day.
It's not. They're not.
I get what you're saying.
There's probably a dude walking around the Olympic Village right now that just won a gold last night, and
nobody know who.
Nobody know who the fuck this dude is.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but because it's not just the men's, they also do it for the women's.
They just started that one.
Well, the women's has also been done since I believe 2002.
But it wasn't 92.
But it was the same thing. Like they wanted them all basketball operations.
You said USA. Definitely not putting Magic in the village.
Hey, shout out Rob. Shout out Rob.
You already know what would happen if Magic was in the village. Hey, HIV would have spread a little more worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna call it the Magic Johnson virus,
right?
The Magic Johnson.
But what's it? The basketball players. What?
The basketball players are superstars compared to the rest of the
straight up. And that's what I was going to say, too. Like, those are like the highest, probably professional level that you're going to get besides like
soccer.
And
international.
Like, even the soccer players are like, they're make more money.
Our soccer team isn't paid like that.
Shit.
Like, they're rocking shit right now.
But I'm looking at
like Portugal's, Brazil's.
But
all them
I look at like track. Like,
Usain
Bolt was like the hottest thing for 4 fucking Olympics.
He was at the
probably for the first fucking Olympics that he was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was in all of them.
That we knew.
It's only the American basketball team that does
But it's nothing for him, for his agent to be like, hey, My client ain't staying in this shit
But
and get a
that's
hotel
not-
room for him,
yeah,
and we don't know nothing about it. That's what I'm saying.
It had nothing to do with it because it's all through it's all for your country. It's all it has to go through your country through.
But
this.
you don't have to stay at the Olympic Village. It's not a mandatory thing that you have to stay at the Olympic Village.
That's what they
so
do.
if I'm Usain Bolt, I'm looking at like.
But he stayed at the Olympic Village.
That we know of.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just know like publicly.
Yeah,
But the only thing publicly is a Team USA says this is why we do it. They address it. It's been spoken. That's their like that's why they do it, and they're okay, and they pay a fine to do it.
And I'm willing to bet that the only reason why it made mainstream news is because, sorry ladies, the WNBA was like, well, why can't we stay over there? But regardless of like, there's no way. Like again, I'm pretty sure like for a Usain Bolt or a Michael Phelps or like an athlete of that caliber.
Oh yeah.
Hey Michael. We have media coming in at 9 a.m.
that we know of.
He talks about it on the podcast. On podcasts all the time.
Dude did 4 Olympics.
I'm telling you, they all.
I'm pretty sure that last one that he was at. What was the last one?
2012.
Whenever he won the 20, was it 2016? Rio 2016.
Because remember,
He was at Rio. Rio was
the last one that he did.
London was supposed to be the last one, and then Rio was the last one.
What year was Rio?
2012?
16.
Okay, so it's only been 6 years. And this is a crazy fact, right? We were talking about this in the
I'm
car.
pretty sure at Rio 16 fucking motherfucking
Phelps.
Look it up.
Phelps was staying at a 5-star motherfucking hotel.
Look it up.
And Usain Bolt was in the penthouse blazing
up, bro.
And somebody in the comments look it up, and I got a 10 for you. Look, when it comes to this is the crazy thing. It's only been 6 years since Michael Phelps has been out of the Olympics. And I don't know if you know, we just learned this the other night I learned it the other night on NBC while they were doing the Olympics. Michael Phelps holds no more world records. Dude was the best swimmer in the world. In 6 years, all his records have been broken. Like, I thought it was longer. Like, we literally thought it was longer. We were talking in the car. We were thinking maybe he hadn't been, competing in 10 years? 12 years? It's only been 6. Isn't that crazy to fathom that in 6 years, best Michael Phelps, the best swimmer in the world, Michael Phelps, right? All his records are broken in 6 years.
So, from Google. Also, Michael Phelps is still the most decorated Olympian in American history.
Oh, he is?
He has 28 gold. 28
So his shit was just
medals.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
It was okay. So all right. So I was right.
Overall, Michael Phelps set 39 world records in
Holy
his record-breaking career, but only 4 of those world records remain unbeaten. Records are meant to be broken in the world of sports.
Which 4 are left? That's crazy. In 6 years.
And that was as of March 24th or March 13th, 2024.
Okay.
But you got to really, the Olympics are only for
but you also have worlds. You also have other competitions where your record can be broken. It's not always in the Olympics.
Like
your record can be broken in your world.
His Olympic records might be still
you can but as an Olympic, your records can be broken anywhere.
Yeah, and it says and this is August 18th, 2023, though Michael Phelps no longer holds any individual world records, still holds Olympic, American, and national age groups.
So American records, but no
world
records.
No world records.
Yeah, so he doesn't hold any more world
Olympic records and American records.
So in America, he's still the shit. But in the world, his records have already been broken in the last 6 years.
And that is crazy. That's for like world championships, world classics.
It's not crazy to me though, bro. Because
in 6 years, you know how many records he have?
Bro, it wouldn't be crazy if the shit happened 6 months later. Because you know why? There's always that person that's next.
39 records. 39 records all gone in 6 years.
But I think the main
that's crazy.
You got to also remember how long Michael Phelps' career was.
True.
It's like his career
How long was his career?
He started.
I want to say his first Olympics was in 2004.
Something like that.
So he did 04, 08, 2012, and 16.
So, like, and that's just his Olympic career. You're not considering his world career, his just regular swim meet career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so the reason why I think, like, and King said, like, the athletes, especially in swimming, the athletes progress so fast.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy.
For him to maintain those records for that long, he had to compete for so long. You know what I mean? So, like, and like it was like I was sitting there watching the swimming. Like I literally said, it's crazy watching it's crazy watching American swimmers not dominate the pool like when Michael Phelps was.
He was 20. He had 24 years in the
What
sport.
that thing doesn't show though, also
years.
too, is Michael Phelps could have broke that record on Monday, and the dude could have came on Tuesday and broke Michael Phelps' record, and then Michael Phelps comes back on Wednesday and breaks that dude's record. It don't show all that.
I'm just saying, since he's retired, in the 6 years since he hasn't competed, they're all now gone.
But what I'm saying, and
That's
what I'm saying, and also
in
too,
6 years,
in the
that's crazy.
6 years that he hasn't competed, that's 6 years that he hasn't been able to compete to set a new record.
I get that, but he's retired. It's no different than how long did it take for LeBron to break the all-time scoring record?
But
how long was that record? I'm just saying, how long was that record in place? How long was there the record?
Story.
No.
Yes, it is, because when I say check it with this, LeBron is going to take regardless somebody 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
You can literally come out and be a runner, and this is your first fucking race, professional race ever, and break the fucking world record.
Yes, but all 39 of them to be gone? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying one to be gone. I'm just saying all his 39 to be shattered.
Yeah.
I think that's remarkable in the sport of swimming, how it's elevating, how people are they're going. I think it's crazy because, like we were talking in the car, we thought it was 10 years that he's been retired. To think now it's been cut in half.
8.
It's been 6.
What was the last one?
8 now. Yeah, 2016, right?
Yeah,
so 8 years now. So 8 years, I feel like that's. I figured he would have maybe like 3 or 4 still left. I didn't think they would all be broken yet. I figured like maybe like another 5 years down the road, then it would be done. I didn't think it would happen that quickly. Maybe that's what I'm just shocked about the quickness.
That's 8 years of new training methods,
That's only 2 Olympics.
of new regimens. That he ain't used, that somebody else got to get that he didn't
I'm just shocked about it.
Like, think about it like this, bro. Like, I get what, like, I'm gonna take it to where you were going with the LeBron one. At the end of Brady's career, not Brady's career, but like at one point in time, Brady, Manning, and Breeze were all fighting for the passing yardage record, right? And then Manning retires. Then it's Brady and Breeze fighting. They're literally going back and forth by the week, right? So eventually Breeze retires. Brady runs away with it, sets the mark, right? Patrick Mahomes will catch Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Right? But he will do it in a shorter time than Tom Brady did to get to where Tom Brady is.
No, I understand that.
And it's solely because just like the NFL has progressed where now it's more pass happy, swimmers now, they are training harder. They're training opposed to like just to stay slim and sleek in the water. They're training for power now. They're training for how do I come off of this wall faster? Like they're putting more technique behind it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me at all because like even some of Usain Bolt's records are starting to come down. You know what I mean? Like, and most people thought those were going to last forever. Like, when Usain Bolt ran, like, what did he run? Like a 9.6?
Something crazy.
Like, everybody thought that would be, like, this, like, oh, man. Bro, if you get that, you crazy. Bro, if you're not running a 9.8 in the Olympics right now, you're considered a slow Olympian.
Yeah,
So the same thing with swimming is, like, those records, they're there. But Michael Phelps did such a great job of every time he competed, he set a new record. He set a new record that now it's like, oh, snap. So it's more of different people are taking and changing those records opposed to one person just dominating.
And to me, it's like, okay, like in the year for the football one, right? I get it because it's a very popular sport. But for the sport of swimming, it's not as popular as most people think in the sense of the fact, right? It's popular. You know, you got scholarships, schools do it. But let's be real, you don't really see a lot of college swimming on TV, right? You don't even really see a lot of world's swimming competitions.
There's no media deal.
Yeah, I know. No, and I get that. So, like, the fact that in that sport, that it's not I wouldn't say it's a niche sport. It's bigger than to be niche, but it's not as publicized, media-wise like other sports. So, for some people in that sport the way they're developing, the way they're coming up and they're progressing, and the way how they're demolishing world records left and right, I think is amazing in the sense of the fact that those athletes are that, and that's why it's astonishing to me that it's so quick. I can see it in other sports quicker, right? Because of the
6 years is
sports and track way
time.
quicker.
No, but this isn't track. This is swimming.
Swimming and
track is the same shit.
It's not.
You train for it.
I'm sorry. When you go to a track meet, tell me where the pool is.
No, listen.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yes, it is, because in swimming you do the 100, in track you do the 100, in swimming you do the 200.
It's bigger. Track is a little bigger.
No, you're still swimming and running the same amount of time. 100 meters is 100 meters, regardless if it's on a track or in a pool.
Media-wise, track has more media coverage over swimming. Yes.
No.
Yo, how many times are we gonna see worlds every time in internationals or Europeans?
Every 4 years, every 2 to 4 years.
No. You're gonna see it with Noah. You're gonna see it with Richardson. You're gonna see all these people running. You're not gonna see that. We were talking about.
You're gonna see your Katie Ledecky.
Okay, other than Michael Phelps and John, what was his name? The guy that got arrested.
Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lochte. Name a swimmer right now.
But you gotta
name a swimmer right now.
Can I say what I'm trying to
say?
Yes,
name one.
So are you? First of all, I got a question.
Yeah.
Are you talking about solely media of the sport or the progression of the sport?
The media. Okay. And because it's not big.
But you got to remember though, like
it's not that it's not big. People, you got to realize TV channels carry what people watch.
Like I know
people don't watch swimming. So it might not
to be that crazy.
It might not be big on the media, but it's still.
That's the whole part of my argument. For it to be not that publicized, for it to be not that hype. Yes. As much as tracking and for the way the progression of the sport is, and that to me is awesome.
The reason why that you don't see about swimming on ESPN and NBC is because there's no American dominating the sport right now. If you want American attention on a sport, dominate it. Just like the U.S. women's soccer team.
We waiting just like anytime Michael Phelps won any little race, he was on ESPN.
And that's since Michael Phelps has been out, we haven't seen a lot, right?
And people do watch swimming, bro.
Okay. No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying people don't. But compared to other sports, they don't.
But back to the premise of it, we're getting off track. Track and swimming, although one is in a pool and one is on a track, at the end of their core, you're racing against your opponent and you're racing against the clock.
I get that.
So at the end of it, how you progress in that sport, they're very, very similar. Like they're very similar.
They have the relay races.
But I'm talking about. So I can go on ESPN anytime and I can watch SEC track, ACC track.
Watch swimming
not as much coverage.
Because I have the SEC network and they was always showing some swimming on that shit.
You'll get it every now and then, right?
How many major swimming meets do you know?
None.
So you have
besides
world, you have all of your invitationals. Swimming is very prevalent.
I'm not saying it's not, but compared to track, it's not. It's under track.
It's not a matter.
It's under tennis. It's under golf.
Track has only been big recently because of fucking Sha'Carri. Before Sha'Carri, nobody was talking about track.
You did. You had Carl Lewis. You had other people.
That was in the fucking 80s.
Track's always been prevalent.
I'm talking about.
It's always been.
We're talking about the previous 4 to 8 years before Sha'Carri.
The popularity of the sport compared to the popularity of other sports and to where
the first week
on the list. Let's put the list right.
To where swimming is. Okay, are we talking about Olympics or America?
Everything.
It's a different concept.
I'm just talking overall.
Are you talking
general.
America or world?
I'm talking world.
Okay.
Okay, in the world, right?
Go.
Most people, when it comes to things, the first one, what would you put as in the world with the first sport?
Well, we can't speak for the world because we don't know what
it is. It's soccer.
Okay,
it's soccer. World Cup, the most watched sport in anything. It's going to be the World Cup, right? Nobody beats the World Cup ever. Football, Super Bowl, nothing. It's always the World Cup, right? And then you have football, and then you always have, and then you have and then in the
American football?
No, you have the NFL in the top. I'm just putting it in the top, right? I don't know the exact order after that, but you're gonna have after that you have your cricket, you have your football, because football is one of the biggest sports media things that there is when it comes public side. You can look it up, right? You're gonna get more than that on the watching side. Swimming is low. It's not going to be in your top 10.
So what does this have to do with progression?
I'm just saying for the lack of the popularity of the damn thing and the way they've been progressing and they beating Michael Phelps, I think that's amazing. I think it's good because y'all are making it seem like it's a big ass thing when in reality nobody really watches it as much as the other sports.
Because what your argument it doesn't really make sense because it's almost like saying that these dudes aren't training as hard because nobody watching.
Nobody's training as hard.
That's what you just said.
I'm saying for a popularity, like a lot of people don't grow up and be like, I want to start going into swimming.
No, but
I don't want to go into this because of the sport.
What you're saying is you're saying that you're surprised that
how quick people are beating these records
because it's not popular.
Yes,
and what I'm saying that these dudes that are hardcore swimmers, they don't give a fuck if it's popular or not.
I get that.
They're going after it.
I understand that completely. It has nothing to do with their training. I just think, like I said, I don't know, 4 or 5 times already. But in those 8 years, I thought he would still have records that haven't been broken. Because the wave, the popularity of the sport, I didn't think that many people would be fucking just doing it. I don't know. Whatever they're doing, it's killing it.
Pause.
But they're killing it.
I thought that. Okay,
Shout out TJ.
Say it again. One more time. Say that exact sentence one more time. Because I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. Because I am genuinely confused.
So the progression of that sport with the progression of the sport by the popularity to me is fucking astronomical.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Not,
the athletes.
Let me make sure I got it right.
Okay.
So since the sport isn't popular, the athlete shouldn't be.
No, I never said that.
That's what you said.
No, I just said I'm surprised that world record isn't holding. Like that's how fucking many people will bring. Like, not okay. When you look at sports and you go to a school, you know, you the most popular sports usually are the ones people try out for. You're not gonna get that many tryouts. You're not gonna get the same tryouts for football that you are for swimming.
How do we know that? We don't go to swimming tryouts. So, okay. You're trying to sit here and speak for something that
Did you go to school? How many people you knew went for the swimming team?
I don't know because I wasn't at swimming tryouts.
I only knew like 3 people.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't at swimming tryouts.
So I've talked to several swimmers.
How many swimmers are in every school?
To be honest with you, swimming in Corpus Christi is very prevalent.
Like a motherfucker.
It is very prevalent. If you take your ass to that auditorium on a Saturday, you will see it going.
Carol King fucking
where other schools that are prominent in swimming have a swimming facility at their school.
Bro, hear me out. So, okay. You don't, and again, swimming is also one of those rich people's sports.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? But it's at the same time, so, okay. Golf, for example, let's talk about golf, right? So, are none of Tiger Woods' low scores supposed to hold up because mainstream media doesn't cover golf like they did in 1992 or 2005? Like,
you know how many records that still haven't been broken from Tiger Woods and he's playing?
Just answer his question.
I did. Yeah. There's some records that probably won't be touched because Tiger Woods was that good.
Okay, now would you say that the athletes are getting better
in golf? I would say you see longer drives now, but score wise, no.
Okay,
that's why some scores haven't been broken on some courses for a long time.
Let's go back to track. So Usain Bolt. A lot of people are watching track, yes. But just because a lot of people are watching your sport doesn't mean that you're getting better at said sport. And to be honest with you, most of your great athletes get more work done. And like you said, there's fewer tryouts at these swim meets or whatever. So you know what that means? You have more quality of tryout.
And that's why I'm saying that it's crazy to me. I didn't think it would work that way. I'm saying that, like, to me, I'm like, the way it's progressed because you have less people coming and those people that are coming are just fucking going through. Like, it's nuts. It's like, imagine, I'm just saying that I think that's remarkable.
I agree. But, I don't know. Like, I was confused for a second.
I just thought for the low amount of people that are trying out for that sport, for it to be progressing the way it is, I think it's crazy. I think it's quite cool because they're just
But all I'm saying is we don't know if there's a low amount of people that try out because it's very
popular. But that's my opinion. I think that's what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm stating from what I see and from what I watch on a daily basis on all sport platforms. I don't see a lot of swimming.
What sports platforms are you?
It don't matter. I don't matter if I'm watching ESPN, Fox Sports 1, if I'm on YouTube watching sports, TikTok watching sports. The most swimming I see is during the Olympics.
Exactly.
Right? So, that's the most I've ever seen. But you know what? You only see that every 4 years.
Just because those 4 years, you only see it on TV every 4 years. That's still 4 years of people training, competing.
I know that, and that's why I'm saying what I see. From how I have perceived the sport to being not as popular as other sports and the way they're progressing and knocking records left and right, it's just remarkable.
I mean,
because how many golf's been around forever. You got a lot of people playing golf every day. A lot of records haven't been broken that quick. You got a lot of basketball players.
Golf's tricky.
Okay. It don't matter. It's still one-on-one. It's still one-on-one. Like track's the same way. You got a lot of records that aren't broken like that. In swimming, all of a sudden, you're seeing records slashed left and right, and I think that's fucking nuts. And I'm not trying to downplay. I'm just saying for that sport and the people and the niche that are connected to it, they're killing it. They're fucking killing it. Those trainers and coaches need raises because they're breaking records left and right. I think that's remarkable for especially like 8 years. Michael Phelps out. You just literally said the most decorated Olympian, and he has no world records. That is astonishing to me.
I get you. Like, again, like, we agree on that point, but like how you got to where we're agreeing, you confused the hell out of everybody.
Oh, yeah, I might have, but
like, and Droopy's over here like, huh?
I'm just saying, like the way I feel is, I don't
because
think
you went from surprise.
Yeah, I am surprised. I didn't think fucking that many swimmers
like,
were out there killing it like that.
Because,
I didn't think
and again,
so.
like just because the
but your
mainstream
original
media,
argument was that you were surprised because they weren't getting the media coverage.
Because that was
excelling.
it. So like more media coverage means more tryouts, means more people go for that sport.
No.
Yeah, a lot of
more media coverage just means that we can. This is something that we could sell to fucking sponsors. That's gonna generate income for fucking ESPN, TNT. Yeah, that's what it is, bro.
How many? Okay, let's do Texas for example. You got Pee Wee football, high school, middle school football, high school. It's all over the place. It's on everything. It don't matter if Pee Wee we go to the state. You might see it in the College Times. It don't matter if the high school going away. You're gonna see it in the news. You know why? And then all that hype and people go try out for football.
Who plays football though?
It don't. I'm just telling you.
I'm about to answer your question. Who plays football? Be real. Who plays football? Who plays basketball in America?
People?
No. Genuinely think about it. Who plays football and dominates basketball in these United States?
Niggas.
Us. That's why you can sell that shit. We don't swim like that. We don't play golf like that. We don't play soccer like that. That's why those sports don't sell in America. If you want swimming to get the popularity you want it, you're going to need a LeBron James. You're going to need a Kobe Bryant. You're going to need a Simone Biles. You're going to need a Gabby Douglas.
What's your argument for baseball?
Bro, we dominated baseball back in the day.
Everybody, all leagues, Mexicans, Dominicans, all people do. How are you going to do? Like
the MLB won shit without the Negro League.
Here's another one. Okay, there's more people that try out for hockey.
We ain't watching hockey like that.
I'm not telling you. It's more televised. It's more
hockey. This dude just signed a 7-year contract for $7 million. You know why? Because there's no niggas. If PK Subban should have got them bid.
But you know what? There's more hockey players out there that try out than there are swimmers.
Back to mainstream media.
I'm just saying for the people that go for that sport.
We're talking about mainstream media coverage, right?
Yes, and what do you see? Those are the ones that people go for.
How many African Americans do you see in the
how many white people you see on Sundays and Saturdays playing golf and they still go out and play golf?
How many people are sitting there? Size. Sitting there. Like I get the blowback, but
football is religion.
How many African Americans do you see? Look at the Democratic Party. They got Megan the fucking Stallion trying to get Kamala in office.
I understand all that, but
because if you want the popularity on the sport, you're gonna need an African American to dominate it in America for it to take off, to get the media coverage that you want.
And I get that. But what I'm saying is, for something that sport that doesn't have anything that's taken off like that, for that people to just be killing world records left and right. In other sports where you have people going trying to do that, it's not the same. Like they are, I think the swimmers are exceeding expectations left and right. Compared to other athletes
they're exceeding your expectations, but I think they're meeting their own expectations.
I'm saying compared to like world records are there. They're dominating that shit. I think they're getting. I don't know.
And they probably are expecting. And see, you're saying that they're exceeding their expectations, they're exceeding your expectations. These dudes are going to these swimming competitions to break these records. They're not going there just to be there, bro. They're going there to win these races and to break these records. So your expectations are. Your expectations are lower for them.
Everybody's going over there to break records, but nobody's breaking records like the swimmers. Is what I'm saying. Everybody that goes to the Olympics wants to break a record, but nobody's breaking records like the swimming on the men's and the women's side. That is what I'm saying. Like, that's fucking cool. Like, I don't get it.
To be honest, though, like, outside of right now, where you have your basketballs, your fencing, your skeet shooting, like, what records can really be broken?
That's what I'm saying too. Like what records can really be broken in the Olympics?
All of them.
You can't break a record in basketball. Really.
In skeet shooting, it would probably be how many times you can hit a score, or it'd probably be how many times in the side of target, or on other on let's just say field hockey, dominating like with so many things. It all depends.
But those are all team.
Yeah, and so individualized.
Right? Except for the shooting.
The shooting, right? But or the archery.
The only records that we
breakdancing, surfing.
None of those.
How you break a world record in breakdancing?
You get a fucking high score, just like in surfing. Homeboy from Brazil got a 14.9. They've never been that high ever in the Olympics. All
objective-based scores. Like, those are someone's opinions on that score. Like, a gymnastics score is someone going, oh, she stumbled right here, I'm going to take a point off.
You're judged.
Right? But as far as swimming, it's your ass in the clock. The only other way...
This ain't got nothing to do with a person.
I think that's why it's crazy.
Wait. The only other place you're going to see that at is on the track. So you can't necessarily sit here and say... No,
you don't play against the clock in golf.
In golf, you play for your score.
And you know what's crazy about golf? You take your own fucking
track, you go
score.
for a time. You try, In track, you go for a time. It's all the same thing. It's all individualized.
Let me finish. The only other world where you don't worry about your opponent. You don't worry about...
There's no human aspect to the judging
of it.
Yes,
to the judging.
I know. It's the same in golf. It's the same in track.
He just said you take your own score.
Different. You can take your own score in golf.
But you have to. What do you mean? Somebody takes it, also watches you and takes it.
You still got to be.
So someone watches it and takes it. So there's a human.
No.
You just said that.
Wait, not judging. Not judging. No, they're making sure you're counting what you're supposed to count. So they're double checking your score.
But there's still a human aspect.
Everybody gets double checked.
Because even in basketball, you still have a human that has to type in the score.
But that has
no. There's a human aspect to it. What I'm saying is, in track, there's no human aspect to the judging, to the winning or nothing. You cross the line and it's the clock. No, there's not a person that says
in golf you take your own score, but somebody's watching you take the score.
Okay, but there's still a human aspect.
No, there's not a human. You have to fuck it. It's just like if I hit 3 shots, that's 3 shots that I wrote down. If I accidentally touched it and I don't say it's a shot, then you have to. It's just how it is.
So let's again.
It's bowling, but same thing. It's all on your own.
Bowling,
bowling is more. Yeah, exactly. So bowling is more tied.
You're not playing against the bowl.
Bowling is more tied to track.
Listen.
Man, your arguments be horrible.
Listen.
What are you talking about? Bowling is all you. It's not. It's all you.
There's no human aspect in the judging or scoring of bowling.
There's no human aspect. I know. That's what I just said. And I agree with golf. I just had another fucking thing. What are you talking about?
Bro, y'all that's watching tell this fool that he keep on switching up his stance whenever he's wrong.
Switch my stance.
Listen.
You keep fucking changing shit.
Even Drew, the person taking the score isn't human. No, you are.
Listen.
Yes, and so okay. What do you mean? So there's no is there a human aspect in bowling?
No.
That's what I fucking just said.
But you tried to say that there was.
I just said like
you
in
said
golf.
There was.
I said like in golf, like in bowling, like in track.
They're different. Golf is different. Bowling is like track. Bowling is like swimming. Bowling is like
how's golf different?
Because you have to take your own fucking score, dumb nuts.
Anytime a human is taking a score
from taking your own time when you fucking
because you don't. It's by camera, fool. It's a camera right there at the finish line.
There's a camera on you in golf right there.
This nigga's tripping, bro.
Bruh.
So okay.
If you don't understand the concept of self-clock,
we just need to end the show.
Self-score.
Y'all dumb. It's all individualized sport.
We're not talking about individualized sport.
We're talking about individualized sports
because we're talking about the way it's scored.
If you shut up and listen, you will catch up.
No, you're not.
You can't listen and talk at the same time. It's physically impossible.
Neither can you.
Unless you're Jesus, you can't do both at the same time.
And just because you think you're right, don't mean you're right.
Bro, I'm trying to explain it to you, but you won't hear it.
Listen, in basketball, there's a scorekeeper. In football, there's a scorekeeper. In fucking in golf, there's a scorekeeper. There's a scorekeeper. You know, there's
scorekeepers in track.
No, listen, in football and baseball, there's a scorekeeper. In baseball, and we're not talking about high jumps.
Track,
but it's still measured out.
Oh, that's not track. High jump ain't in track.
Long
jump ain't in track.
Track and field.
Triple jump ain't in track.
Listen for 2 seconds.
He be mad when he be wrong, y'all.
I just said,
for 2 seconds.
Y'all just mad because the way I
see. Even when a person is taking score, it's always opinionated. I get your thing with the golf shit because it's once you hit the ball in the hole, it's the score, but it's still a human aspect.
But that's what I meant.
The score, the person that's taking the score can cheat you.
Yes.
You can't be cheated in track and field. You can't be cheated in swimming. You can't be cheated in bowling. You can be cheated in boxing.
Yes.
You can be cheated in basketball.
Yes.
You can be cheated in football. You cannot be cheated you can cheat in track and swimming, but you cannot be cheated.
Just to make sure.
But you can be.
How if you're going up against the clock?
Right? You doing a long jump.
We're not talking. We're talking running events, fool.
Where's the long
See,
jump?
that's what you do. Every time you're wrong,
I just said track.
when you're wrong, you deflect to something else, bro.
Did I say the 100?
When you're wrong, instead of admitting that you're wrong, you deflect to something else.
Because in track, to me, it's all individual.
Let me break it down.
I just said track. I just said track.
When did I? And you know we were talking about running events.
No, I was talking track. I said track.
You know damn well we was talking about running events. He started talking about the pole vault and shit.
I said track.
Listen. When at the Olympic level, because I see what you said, Kay. At the Olympic level, it's all laser timed, right? To take the human element out of it, right? Swimming, laser times, right? They actually have a sensor in the fucking wall for when you touch it, it stops the clock, right?
Twerking for votes,
right? So, as far as long jump, when you jump, it's your furthest point back, and someone can go, "Oh, I think your finger's right here. I'm gonna mark you here." High jump. The bar is literally measured out at 7'1", whatever you're jumping over. If you clear it, you clear it. If it
there's
bounces,
no human aspect.
There's no human aspect of it. What other event? Triple jump, same measurement system as the long jump. Discus, javelin, shot put. They're all after their throws. Someone walks up, measures it. Right. Someone can go, "Oh, I think it's here." Right, but on a laser time in swimming, and I
won't say in the Olympics, even with the long jump and all that shit, they using lasers and shit.
Like when you're on a laser in those type of sporting events, yes, it is possible to improve drastically in 6 whole years. Like 6 years is a long time, bro. Like it feels like Tom Brady just retired. He's been out of the game for 2 years, right? So in those 2 years, you have new quarterbacks that are lighting up the NFL. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Michael Phelps, great. Will they break all of it? Probably. But it's not that surprising. You can breathe now.
No, I get that. It's not surprising in the NFL. But and to me, and for swimming, I think it is. The way how quickly it is, it's moving.
Okay, well, then we all agree to disagree.
That's what I said that. I've been saying that the way, because I don't think it's that popular, and that I don't. So when I went by whole popularity,
but you need to take the popularity thing out of it,
because
bro.
I feel like I got
a question. So the question that I'm gonna hold to you, right? So do you think that the popularity of said sport reflects the output and results in said sport? Simply yes or no.
No.
Okay, so why is it so shocking that due to the lack of popularity, in your opinion, the results for swimming should stay the same as they were?
Because the popularity, the popularity isn't there.
Because I believe in 6 years, I didn't think all 39 records would be gone. I didn't. Okay, in no other sport, tell me that somebody holds 39 records in 6 years, they don't have any record left.
But you got to remember, though.
I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, I am astonished by the fact in that. But
what you have to realize, let's just say, okay, it's been 8 years since Michael Phelps last Olympics. Let's just say there's a swimming meet there's an swimming invitational let's just say once a month. That's 8 times fucking 12. What is that? 96. Yeah, that's literally 96 different times that these 34 records could have been broken.
And then do 24 years times 12. And that's how long Michael Phelps was to get 39 records. In that time, it took him that long to achieve 39 world records. And in 6 years to be gone. I think that is fucking crazy.
But the thing is, it may have only took Michael Phelps 6 years to achieve these records.
Yes, but he was
because when he first started, he wasn't the shit. I was just watching a documentary on Michael Phelps a couple of weeks ago.
That.
And when them first Olympics that he was at, he wasn't doing shit.
Yes, being just like in the beginning, like with a lot of quarterbacks or anything, they weren't always great. Michael Jordan wasn't great when he started. He wasn't the best, that's the whole fucking argument every time when it comes to LeBron. He wasn't the best in his first 4 or 5 years. It takes you time. That's what makes you have to develop, you have to build. But in that 6 to 8 years, all the motherfuckers they all built, all got great, all cleaned out 39 records. Okay, I think in that short time in any sport, like I'm astonished because you always hear about records standing forever, especially world records. World records in an 8 period, 39 gone. through different people, not just one person. That is astonishing from the sport. And I am saying, for it not being the lack of popularity and everything it is, and for them to do that is fucking badass. That's all I was saying. I think y'all are underplaying the fact that I just think it's not popular, and I get it. And I stand that it's not that popular. I understand what that. Okay, compared to other sports, no.
Swimming is a very popular sport.
Yeah, so is fucking field hockey. It's an Olympic sport, but it's not that popular to swimming.
Swimming is up there.
Yeah. But swimming compared to, soccer, track, football, basketball, it's not up there. It's not going to be in your top 5.
Up there, bro.
Okay. With that's your opinion to do that. That's my opinion is that it's not. So I am astonished when you look at other sports around the world, you don't see records getting obliterated in that kind of time. It usually takes 10 to 20 years, and then you see it over time diminish.
But what kind of record are you comparing it to, though?
I'm just saying, just records in general. Like, if you hold a world record,
you can't compare swimming and track records
I'm just saying records
to just records, because those records can be broken.
Where people's records get broken like that.
Because the thing is, bro,
that's why I think it's so cool.
This is the thing.
What's wrong with that?
We could be in the same track event, and I don't think you understand the aspect of track. We could all three be in the same track event. We're all running the 200. I'm in the first heat. You're in the second heat, can too. Lucky's in the third heat. I run the first heat. I set the world record. You come right behind me 15 minutes later, run the second heat, and you just break my world record. He comes right behind both of us in the third heat, and 30 minutes later.
That's very rare. You don't even see that in track.
This is how it can happen.
I know
this is what I'm saying.
That's why I'm so astonished.
It doesn't take 20 years. You can literally break the world record 15 minutes after it's been set. Is what I'm saying.
I get that, but for that to actually happen in that short of time, that's fucking cool. That means that sport is progressing. They're doing better. They're getting in. I'm saying for someone on the outside looking in, compared to other sports where you don't feel like it's that popularized or mediaized, compared to other things, especially in America, where even on the collegiate level, you really don't see it, or on the high school level, because schools don't even have auditoriums. They have to share auditoriums with other schools, where other districts have their own, or other districts have their own football field, and they ain't got to travel and share, in certain places, because that's how it is and how they have big money. From what I'm seeing in Texas, from where we live, that is fucking amazing. That might be different on the East Coast, where in Clemson, and you have people like, shout out to the Mendoza quadruplets. They went to Cal with us. All 4 of them got diving. They got diving scholarships. They went to Clemson. They went to South Carolina. They went out to the East Coast, and maybe it's just bigger over there. But from what I've seen and where I live and my experiences, it's really cool to see that they're just killing records like that, because you don't see that in any other sport in that timeline getting killed like that.
Droopy also said too, but the thing is, by how much time did Michael Phelps beat those records also? So if he didn't demolish the record, and I was thinking about that earlier too.
Yeah, I don't know that. It could be something like that.
Also like, and
I just think it's
my
cool.
buddy Kevron just made a great point. He said Michael Phelps made people want to get into the pool, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, he did.
And with that point, like, you got to remember what happened when Jordan put the shoes on.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
So at the same time, Michael Phelps, at the end of his storied career, he wasn't blowing people out of the water as much as when he first started. Like, now, when he first started, he was beating people by 2, 3, 4 body lengths. But at the end, it was like
Droopy saying by 0.1, 0.2, by 0.0,
but he was also getting older. He was also getting older.
So you gotta remember though, and then that being said, if his competition is already catching him, 6 years go by, the world's gonna catch him.
But that's what
that's 13 is now 19 years old.
Yes, yeah. But you don't see that in any other sport that quick, and that's why I think it's fucking cool.
Again, that dude could have been 13 years old, already swimming. Let's just say this dude, Teloso, they all got the swimming facility. Let's just say this dude's 13 years old going to fucking Teloso, and he's already fucking swimming on the varsity. Because he's cold. Now he turns 17, 18. Now he was already cold as fuck back then, demolishing everything in the water here in Corpus. Yeah. Now he gets that Olympic training.
Yeah, no. Yep. And
so he's already ready. Like he was already ready to blow Michael Phelps out the water at the age of 15. But he wasn't given the opportunity.
But in other sports, you only hear that about 1 or 2. And then they start breaking records. You don't hear like in this sport, like you said, in the last 8 years, that quick where they're obliterating Somebody that was that decorated.
We don't hear about it here.
And you're right.
I'm talking about like in the United States.
Yes.
Because we never even heard about none of those records being broken.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why, to me, it's astonishing. I think but regardless, in any other sport, you don't see that. Tennis, you don't see that. You don't see that in golf. You don't see that in baseball.
What kind of scores?
Like just records just being broken like that. I'm just saying overall records.
But again, though, like you can't compare it to a sport where.
But in that
like you can't compare it to a sport where I get where you're going, but like you can't compare it to a sport where like you have a scoreboard. You have someone either writing down their score and someone making sure that it's correct. Respect to golfers. Don't want to set them off again. Or like a scoreboard in basketball or football, like. When it's you and the clock, yes, you're going up against your opponent, but at the end of the day, it's you versus the clock.
Let me give you another example. And I am Formula One racing, NASCAR racing. You're going to go. You know how many records have not been broken in all these years, and you don't think cars get faster, technology gets better? There's a lot of
driving them some bitches.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. Even in a sport like that, you don't see world records getting broken as quick as you are in swimming right now, and that is my whole art. That was my whole thing. Like that to me, it's just like that's fucking badass.
Yeah, but like I think we're like what we got led astray is like you based it off of popularity.
Yeah, and that was on me. And that was my opinion.
Swimming is like
I'm not saying it's not
Corpus
popular.
Christi, like you have a lot of swimmers in Corpus getting scholarships.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. You're Channel 3 News. You're covering sports. What's the first headline you're doing?
Bro, it's South Texas baseball.
Yeah, okay. No. And let's say in the fall. What's it going to be?
What's going on is football.
Okay. Then what's going to be after that?
I get what you're saying.
That's why I said that.
But at the same time, just because you're not watching it doesn't mean these
I'm
athletes
not saying
aren't
that. I understand that part completely, and I agree with y'all on that. But I'm saying usually when you see a lot of stuff, you see people they start trying out. The more popular it is, the more people want to go for it. Right? Yeah, it might be a fucking cookie place. Just open up. Everybody talking about it. I want to go try it because it's popular.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, like
it's all over the TV. It's all over Academy. It's all over at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's all over here. I want to do it. It's all the rappers are wearing that gear. I want to wear that gear. All the one of it. I'm just saying that's just how a trend follows. Yeah, so, and I'm saying it's not outside. I'm just other. I know it's big in the world. It's big. It's very huge, but compared to others, it's not there.
And again, because you don't have like you said, like rappers, like the kids want to do this, the kids want to do that. But at the same time, like you just need that one dynamic athlete to get eyes on it.
Like Flavor Flav sponsoring the women's water polo team. Ain't nobody. A lot of them working 2 or 3 jobs. Yeah. Flavor Flav said he gonna start sponsoring because they don't need to be working them jobs. Why? Because it ain't that popular. A lot of people don't worry about it. And you know what it is? It's a swimming sport.
For example, another example, the U.S. men's, right? Mm-hmm. The U.S. men over as far as soccer. Mm-hmm. The U.S. men's team has constantly gotten better for like the last 5-6 years. I'm not saying that they're great.
No, they have not gotten better.
They've gotten a lot better.
You need to start watching them because they'll tell you. Donovan will tell you what's that name? What's the redheaded boy?
Have you watched them in these Olympics?
Yeah, they tell you they're tired of them not doing what they're supposed to do, not competing at the end.
Look at who is saying that. The guys who set the example for not doing it.
Yeah, but they're the ones that also scored in the goals.
You can't tell me how to do something you never did.
It's like you can't. It's kind of hard saying that because Donovan Mitchell is probably the most.
Mitchell is a basketball player.
Landon Donovan. Sorry.
There you go. There you go.
I get fucking names mixed up all the goddamn time. But Landon Donovan, the most decorated, most fucking glorified U.S. men's soccer player.
I would say Dempsey's.
No, it is Landon.
But anyway. Like
Demps comes second.
The U.S. men's soccer team has gotten substantially better, but because no eyes are on them, you're gonna listen to them.
I don't know.
Like
watching them, they're
like you just said. I don't know. I sat there and I watched their last 2 Olympic games
that they've been for the last 10 years is mediocre.
I'm not saying that they are the best in the world.
Oh hell,
right? But
they're nowhere near.
They have gotten a lot better, and you wouldn't know it because we're not watching them.
No, a lot of people get better because you don't watch, and I get that. It just surprised me that 39 world records from the number 1 most decorated Olympian, like you mentioned, are all gone, and that's kind of astonishing in the sense of the fact that people do it. Man, we gonna finish it up here. I know we went off on a rant on that one. It was crazy, man. Thank y'all for even hanging out, watching, sharing. I hope y'all put that hashtag Riding High Sports, so your chance to win this water bottle, the Corpus Christi water bottle. We're gonna be giving it out here momentarily. I think we're gonna start going through, see who actually put the hashtag, and then go from there. Who's actually shared it? What else you want to talk about? What else you had? You had something cool?
Kevin just sent me an idea. He said, "Bring yourselves to the Bay Basketball League on Saturdays, then go live about it."
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Bet.
Big bet. You know they have the 3-on-3, right? In the Olympics.
Yeah, we ain't very good at that.
No, well, you know who's on our 3-on-3?
No.
I don't know the other two, but our main star is Jimmer for that.
Yeah, we're in trouble. We in trouble.
I think we just lost to Serbia on the 3-on-3.
Yeah, Jimmer not that. Yeah.
Surfing competition and skateboarding is still going on. Shout out to Nigel Houston.
Hey,
he got bronze. He got a bronze on there. Put America on the map. Did his thing. Homeboy at Japan came back to back. Got gold medals. Dude was sick with it. Did a great job. The skateboarding and the surfing have been pretty cool. I'm excited for this breakdancing competition coming up. I want to see what's going to go on with that, who's going to get on with there. But the Olympics are still rolling. Hopefully Team USA, I mean, they're 2-0. They're going to win as long as they can bring this group. If they're in the top 2 in this group, move on to the next round. I think they should get it pretty easy. Let's just hope on medaling and not flunking out when we get to the next round. But other than that, man, it's Lucky Lamar. It's your boy can too. If I can, you can too. Shout out to DJ Little King in the background. Riding High Sports live from Riding High Podcast Studios. Thank you for everybody. Hold on real quick. We're going to go. Who do we got on the Riding High? Who won the water bottle?
We'll reach out to him right now. As soon as we go off there, we're going to go through the comments because we can't see them all right now. So we're going to go through the comments and we'll let y'all know as soon as we
all right, so get ready, man.
One of y'all about to reach out to him in the inbox from the Riding High Podcast page.
Yeah. Somebody about to win this water bottle. Shout out to them.
I won.
But, man, thank everybody for watching, rewatching, liking, and sharing. And we'll see y'all again. Get ready for
Shout out Drew.
Yeah.